Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news, so let's dive into what's shaping up to be one of the most intriguing rumors of the offseason this year. The buzz around the league is buzzing about a potential blockbuster trade involving Christian Wilkins, a key defensive piece from the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Now I know what you're thinking. Hold on, Wilkins. That's a name that's been making waves, and if it comes to fruition, it could be a game changer for Baltimore. Right now, the Raiders, sitting at 5-10 midway through 2025, are looking to shake things up, especially on defense. Their run defense has been leaking, giving up an alarming 145 yards on the ground per game, and with quarterback Aiden O'Connell struggling, reflected in his QBR of just 79.4, the Raiders are clearly in rebuild mode. The defense is the first thing that needs fixing, and Wilkins could be the piece to stabilize that front line. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Raiders are considering trading Wilkins for a first-round pick and a second-round pick. A bold move, but one that makes sense when you look at their cap situation. They've got about $22 million in cap space free, which they could allocate toward rebuilding their roster around a new quarterback after suffering 15 sacks so far this season. Wilkins, the interior disruptor, is having a stellar year so far in 2025. He's amassed 58 tackles, 8 sacks, 12 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles with a solid 86. 4 grade from PFF. His EPA per run stop is plus 0.20, and he boasts a win rate of 16% with a double-team rate of 62%. That kind of disruption in the middle could be exactly what the Ravens need to elevate their defensive prowess. Now let's talk about his career a little. Wilkins has already put up 28 sacks and 92 tackles for loss over his time in the league. His PFF grade has hovered around 85.1, which is impressive for a defensive tackle. He dealt with a shoulder injury in Week 8, missing 2 games, but he's otherwise been a consistent force. The Raiders, on the other hand, are a bit skeptical about moving him, especially considering their struggles without him. An 18% dip in defensive efficiency when Wilkins isn't on the field. The AFC West isn't getting any easier either, especially when facing off against the Chiefs, who are 12-3 this season. So losing Wilkins could be a huge blow to their defense. For the Ravens, this potential acquisition is a no-brainer. The plan is to add at least plus 9 sacks per year, cut down the rushing yards allowed from 130 to around 100 per game, and boost internal pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Imagine Wilkins lining up next to someone like Calais Campbell, or even pairing with a guy like Broderick Washington, the kind of talent that can turn a good defense into a dominant one. He's versatile, able to stuff the run and rush the passer, which complements Baltimore's current defensive scheme perfectly. His ability to absorb double teams and increase pressure could lead to more turnovers, more sacks, and ultimately more wins. Think about it. Wilkins averages +1. 3 pressures per snap, and absorbs 14% more double-team blocks compared to current Ravens DTs. That's a significant upgrade in the trenches, and it translates into the Ravens winning more possession time, gaining an extra 2 minutes on average per drive. This could be the missing piece that pushes the Ravens over the top, especially with a playoff push looming. The team's chances of winning the Super Bowl are already looking good, but adding a disruptor like Wilkins can take them from contenders to outright favorites. Bookmakers have already started shifting their odds. The Ravens' Super Bowl chances have jumped from plus 2,000 to plus 800, and Wilkins' presence in the trenches is being seen as the X-factor in their playoff run. Looking at the bigger picture, Baltimore's front 7 has been solid, but could use that extra boost to really punch through offensive lines in the postseason. The addition of Wilkins could be the strategic move that makes a difference in tight games, especially against top-tier offenses. He's proven he can produce in high-pressure situations, and his postseason experience, including 3 forced fumbles after 2024, shows he's a guy who steps up when it counts most. The Ravens have been on the cusp of Super Bowl glory for a few seasons now, and a move like this could be what finally pushes them over the edge. It's a classic example of how smart front office moves can define a team's legacy. And don't forget, The offseason is all about adjustments. The Ravens have shown they're not afraid to shake things up to maximize their Super Bowl chances. Whether it's extending Lamar Jackson, drafting new talent, or making bold trades, they're always thinking about the future. Now, with this rumored move involving Wilkins, Baltimore could be making a statement. They're serious about contending again, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to build a dominant defense capable of shutting down the best offenses in the league. Of course, there are still questions. Will the Raiders really part ways with Wilkins? Can the Ravens pull off the trade without giving up too much? And how quickly can Wilkins integrate into Baltimore's defensive scheme? These are questions that only time will answer, but the signs point to a very real possibility that we could see Wilkins donning the purple and black soon. This move would send shockwaves through the AFC North, not just because of the talent involved, but because it signals a shift in power. The Ravens are always aiming to be at the top, and bringing in a disruptive force like Wilkins could be the key to reclaiming that throne. Now, it's important to keep an eye on the upcoming days. The NFL trade deadline is approaching, and teams are finalizing their plans, trying to improve for the playoff push. The Ravens, with their strong management and strategic vision, are certainly in the mix. Whether this particular rumor materializes or not, it's clear the team is looking to make bold moves. They've been building a championship-caliber roster, and adding a player of Wilkins' caliber would be a statement that they're all in for another Super Bowl run. In the end, Ravens fans, what do you think? Is this the move that takes Baltimore back to the promised land? Do you believe Wilkins can be the difference maker in the trenches that propels this team to new heights? The offseason is just heating up, and I know we're all excited to see what's next. The Ravens have a rich history of making big moves at the right time, and this could be another chapter in their quest for glory. Stay tuned, keep the faith, and let's get ready for an exciting journey ahead. The purple and black are always fighting, always pushing, and with moves like this, they're aiming to be champions once again. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Baltimore Ravens. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news.